go, man. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, so cool.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to HopTopics. My name is Matt.
I'm Cameron.
Also, welcome back. We're back, baby.
Yeah.
2020 is a new year.
New year, new beer, new mugs.
New mugs.
HopTopics.
HopTopics.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, not for sale.
Yeah, no. We're the only ones allowed to have these. But not a new movie.
No.
We're actually starting off 2020 with a throwback movie, doing Scott Pilgrim VS The World.
The world.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to drink this beer, huh?
It is quite tasty. Yeah, not bad. But
Alright, I'll let you know how I think of it in the review period.
Exactly. So yes, Scott Pilgrim vs. The World. It's about a 23-year-old Canadian man. He's trying to find himself after his massive breakup. Starts a new relationship. Then pursues a
a new
different
girl.
relationship.
A more hipster looking, more his age girl, and then finds himself having to battle all of her ex-boyfriends in order to in order to be able to date her. Interesting movie premise, based on a comic book series, graphic novel series.
Graphic novel series.
Stays tremendously faithful to the graphic novels, directed by Edgar Wright. Which, if you don't know Edgar Wright, then
I'm sorry.
What have you been doing all your life?
Not watching good movies.
The director of the Cornetto trilogy,
Yes.
including Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End. And was supposed to direct Ant-Man, which I feel like would have been amazing. I still like the Ant-Man that we got, but, you know, tangent. Anyways,
Sure.
The beer we're talking about today, Disco Ninja.
And if you don't get that reference, you haven't seen the movie, and you need to get that. You need to watch this movie.
Yeah, you should have already seen this movie. It's been out for a while. Like,
It is wonderful.
Like, it's been like 10 years almost, I think.
Close to, yeah. I would
Yeah.
think it was about close to.
Yeah.
Close to 10 years.
It's been a while, so, you know, you should have seen this movie already. It's fantastic. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah, I mean,
which is why we chose it as our throwback movie to start the year off, so.
Also,
Anyways.
we quote this movie constantly.
Oh,
so,
yeah, we
like,
quote this movie so much. So much!
It's not a race, guys.
Anyways, yeah, great movie, lots of comedy, great action, a lot of, like, high talent actors. I mean, like,
Oh, yeah, the casting in this movie is
the casting
perfect.
is
Like-
so great. I mean, just the main cast, Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Michael Cera in the two lead roles.
Yep.
But you also have on the side Aubrey Plaza, Anna Kendrick, Brandon Roth, Chris Evans. I mean, Kieran Culkin, Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Yep.
I mean, the cast is just ridiculous. It's so good. Brie Larson.
Yeah, Brie Larson. Yeah,
I
Brie
mean,
Larson's in this.
oh my god.
Yeah, it's just a overall well-rounded movie. Very good, very well-timed jokes. Great cameos to and throwbacks to older video games and just different touches that they put in.
A lot of 90s style throwbacks and video game references.
Yep.
Fantastic soundtrack.
Oh, totally.
One of my favorite
yes.
soundtracks of any movie. Like almost all of it's all original music, and it's all wonderful.
Yep.
The song that Brie Larson sings for Clash of Demon Head is super catchy and fits right into that late 2000s switching from that pop punk to the more indie pop style. While still, maintaining that, awesome freaking guitar and bass style. But, man, this movie's so good.
Really
Even though all
I mean,
the people in it are garbage people, but except for Knives.
Knives is
awesome.
innocent.
She's innocent. She's
So innocent.
so innocent. But, yeah, everybody else is garbage people throughout this movie.
Yeah, and you
I
slowly...
watched this movie while really drunk once, and I'm
you
so like, wow, Scott's awful.
Yeah, he's even worse than the graphic novel too. Like,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're gonna go into the graphic novel, watch the movie first.
Okay, but before we get into any more like details about the movie, I mean, overview. We love this movie.
Yes.
A lot of video game references, a lot of comic book references.
Definitely watch it.
Almost frame for frame, to the comics. Like
They definitely take some liberties, but I mean, it's still
totally.
still wonderfully done.
But yeah, fantastic all around movie. 5 out of 5 for me. Like,
definitely. Yes.
you can't see it in theaters now, but if you have the chance to see it, like sometimes they do like special showings in Toronto and LA. I almost went to one at the Chinese Theater in LA, and like, dude, most of the cast was there. I'm like, how did I miss this?
Why? Damn it!
I know. I could have met Anna Kendrick.
I could have met Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh my god.
Even though she's married happily.
Yeah.
But there's
Still
always
gonna
hope.
met her.
There's always hope to meet her. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's still gonna matter. I wouldn't have been that many new. Yeah. Anyways,
Anyway,
let's talk about beer.
beer.
Beer. Disco Ninja. This is a brewery that I've only just found out about today. Revision Brewing Company out of Nevada. I don't really know too much about their company. Let's see what they say about this beer. Let's see. It's a simple, universal fact that ninjas are badass. You know what else is badass? Revision beer. Our buddies at Shoe Tree Brewing kicked around ideas with us to develop this tasty, tantalizing karate chop in your freaking mouth. Kaleidoscope nunchuck hits to the dome with Citra, Galaxy, Mosaic, and Amarillo. Stealthily slaying your taste buds. Taste bud. One sip at a time. Disco Ninja, we honestly chose this beer because they play DDR early in the movie.
Yeah, a ninja version
and it's
of
a
DDR.
ninja version where it's like you dance to fight things, and it seems like a pretty cool concept. I wish that were actually a game. Even though I suck at DDR.
Yeah, I would definitely practice at that one though.
It sounds like something I would have practiced a lot as a kid.
Oh, definitely.
But this beer, I've been sipping it throughout, and I really like this.
It's not bad. It's not as bitter as I was thinking it was going to be, but it's very tasty.
Yeah, definitly got some fruitiness. I mean, it is.
It's more on.
It is a hazy.
Yeah, it is.
So you're gonna get those more juicy notes. A little bit more citrusy, juicy. Not so much like bright grapefruit and like lime, but more like orange and like pineapple mango notes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you look at the can, and that's pretty much what you're expecting right there. But it is fairly hop forward.
Oh, totally.
You get a nice bright bitterness right at the beginning, but then it like flows over kind of juicy flavors, which a lot of people are really loving these days. I like it, but now with these kind of beers saturating the market recently, I'm really like kind of pining for the days old where we used to get like Ruination, where it's just like 100 IBUs and just
it's like super
9% alcohol just punch you in the freaking mouth.
Yeah, it was just like more bitter beers that were like just flavor forward. And instead of more going on the lighter citrusy notes. That a lot of the more hazy, popular hazies do have.
And I get it. I actually had a conversation with a guy recently who's like, I didn't want to like just jump to freaking millennials, but the more I talk to people about it, the more I'm kind of realizing that it's like, as millennials get further into their 20s and into their 30s, it's like juicy, citrusy beers are starting to be the more commonplace thing.
Yep.
Whereas 10 years ago, you know, you look at beers and it's like, it's going from super dry pale ales to super hoppy West Coast style IPAs.
Yep.
At least here in California, where this kind of super hoppy revolution began.
Mm-hmm.
You can even see that with Stone. They reformulated their Ruination. It's
it's
not as aggressive as it used to be. You can see Green Flash not being as popular as it once was.
Yeah,
where the Green Flash West Coast IPA, just hoppy and bitter and wonderful.
Delicious.
Yeah. And dry and just, oh man. I really love dry hoppy IPAs. Anyways, at 7%, 40 IBUs, it's not going to punch you in the mouth. It's a pleasant beer.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you're an IPA drinker.
True.
If you're a light beer drinker, this is still going to punch you in the mouth, but it's probably a much more accessible point to getting into IPAs.
It'd be a nice bridge.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice bridge to...
it's still probably a little bit more than, you know, you might expect from going from, like, Budweiser or Coronas or, you know, Modelo's and crap like that. But, sorry, it's not crap. I do enjoy, actually, all of those beers. Well, not Budweiser. But like Coronas and
let's not split hairs down. Budweiser. We don't drink Budweiser.
Yeah, sorry, America beer.
America beer. Yeah, make better beer, America. Even though it's not.
Even though it's German in origin.
Yep.
Anyways, great beer. If you find it, it's kind of a niche brewery, so not going to be very common. But Total Wine and More, maybe Bedmo. Look for Revision Brewing. They're putting out some good beers. They're independent, and you know, if you find their beers, give them a try. Show some support. Show some love. Let's talk more about the movie, man.
Yeah. Favorite parts, man.
Favorite parts?
What are your favorite parts?
Oh my goodness. It's so hard to decide. Like, I remember seeing this movie in theaters, and like, I was super excited to see it because of Michael Cera. Like, because I had just come off of binge watching Arrested Development with my mom. Like, we religiously watched that show. We probably watched all 4 seasons, or the first 3 seasons, probably like 5 times. And then this movie came out, and it was also coming off of Superbad too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm like, I want to see this movie. And I went to the theaters with Angel, my friend from high school, and I'm like, let's go see Scott Pilgrim. He's all like, oh, I don't know about that movie. I want to see Inception again. This was out at the same time as Inception.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that specifically. I'm like, well, we've already seen Inception. Like, let's just go see Scott Pilgrim. Like, I really like the actors in it. It looks funny. It looks like it'd be goofy fun. And then he's reluctantly agreed to see it with me.
That was like one of his favorite movies.
And now it's one of his favorite movies. So, honestly, like, just the beginning memories of seeing this movie, and then, man, these cups are so freaking cool. Beginning memories, and watching the movie, and then watching it probably dozens of times since.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably one of the movies, like, I've seen the most and still don't get tired of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right up there with, like, Star Wars, Pulp Fiction, Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
You know, I could watch this movie literally until the day I die, and I will still be entertained by it.
Yeah.
What about you? What favorite parts stand out in your mind?
Well, I always like Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's like
great actress.
She's a great actress. Like, I mean, like anything. Like, I'll watch her with anything in there. With her in anything, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's good, bad, all the other characters suck. I don't care. I'll still watch it. But like, yeah, like her like acting in this is just phenomenal. Plus, like, I love Ramona. Like, Ramona is like is just wonderful.
I mean, even though
she's a horrible character.
Everybody else is a garbage person.
Well, I mean, like, Yeah, but I mean, like, she started dating at a young age, and you don't make the brightest decision when you're younger.
Yeah,
and you learn from those things. I mean, like, you make mistakes and you learn from them in life. You don't try to make the same ones.
Yeah.
You grow as you get older, which is where I thought, like, she was making it, like, in the movie she's making a turning point in her life with
definitely
with Scott.
The part where I really draw the garbage person comparison has to be, like, just before they fight Roxy, and she's getting all pissed off at him because he almost just died, and, like, he's obviously in a bad mood. He just got the crap kicked out of him and got lucky on tricking his opponent. And then, like, they're going to this party and, he's being he's irritable. He's really irritated. He's, not in a great mood. And then she starts giving him crap for it.
Yeah.
And so, like, maybe cut him some slack.
Yeah, like you said, they're not all great people.
No, almost everybody in this movie is terrible.
Exactly, but I mean, like they're growing through the movie. Like you can see people, like, they're making an effort to change. By the end of the movie, a lot of the characters have grown. They've changed from their original character development. They've grown as people.
Yeah.
But my favorite part of the entire movie is when he fights Chris Evans.
You know what? I think that's actually one of my favorite parts too.
Hey, how you doing? He seems nice.
One of my favorite lines from the movie is just him walking away, looking at his phone. That's hilarious. It's such a stupid throwaway line, but I love it so much. I see it all the time. Like, whenever, it's like when you type in LOL in a text, but you're not actually laughing out loud. You're just all like, that was funny. And that's just like the verbalization of LOL. That's actually hilarious. And I love that so much. And it's those little things.
There's just so many parts. I also when Kieran Culkin comes in, he's like, "Hey, ask him how it feels to get his sloppy seconds."
Oh, hey, how does it feel? Boom!
Skateboard in the face.
Smash in the face. Oh,
there's just so many parts to this movie. It's just so wonderful. But yes, I love. That is my favorite scene. The second one would be the first Evil X.
Yeah, Matthew Patel. Oh,
with
man.
the demon hipster chicks, man.
Well, just that whole Battle of the Bands, like that first round of the Battle of the Bands.
Exactly.
With Crash and the Boys.
Everything.
Is that girl a boy?
Is that girl a boy, too?
Yes. And then, obviously, they're just like, this song is called I'm So Sad. So very, very sad. And then it's just like a 5-second song. So sad! It's not a race, guys.
This one goes up to the guy in the balcony and keeps yelling. It's called We Hate You, Please Die.
Oh, I love this one. Yeah, endlessly quotable. Like, we quote this movie all the time. I mean,
there's so many lines.
There was a point where I almost told a girl I was in Lesbians with her. Just because I thought it'd be funny.
I said lesbians.
I said lesbians. I'm in Lesbians with you. I really, really mean it. Yeah.
You should do that right before we're gonna see that movie.
Yes.
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 Great.
I think this
great plan. I think this can work too.
Or we're gonna watch this movie about 500 more times.
Oh, totally. It's
probably
a great movie.
In the next 2 years. We'll see it 500 more times.
And then I have to pee out of boredom. I have to pee.
I have to pee.
And then there's a little gauge in his head. It's like, pee.
Who, her? Or I gotta pee? I gotta pee on her. I mean, I gotta pee.
I gotta pee.
God, this movie's so good.
So good.
It's just so good. I mean, honestly, if you haven't seen this movie, you need to see this movie. I'm gonna give it 5 evil X's out of 5.
5 Ramona Flowers out of 5.
5 Scott's sister, aka Anna Kendrick. I mean, this is the first movie I noticed her in, and I was like, oh god dang. Like, oh, you!
Y-E-W.
You!
What about the beer, man? What do you rate the beer?
Beer? I'd give this a good 3.5.
3.5?
3.5, maybe 4, you know, if I'm in the mood for it.
Yeah,
I'm in the mood for something a little bit more juicy, a little bit more, well, sweet and smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I still want, you know, a hop kick to it.
I'd have to agree. 3.5.
I'd honestly,
around there.
like, as far as hazies go, I'd still pick the Sierra Nevada hazy little thing over this, even though this has more alcohol.
Yes.
Price point versus availability versus flavor. Hazy little thing just kind of takes this one.
True.
So, try it if you can find it. If not, yeah, there's a crap ton of hazies
There's a
on
lot
the
of
market,
beer.
so.
And we'll be reviewing more beer throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And
like next week, we don't know what beer we're going to choose, but we're going to review the new Birds of Prey movie.
Birds of Prey, yes.
So I do have high hopes for that one. Well, I don't have high hopes for that one, but I have hopes. I have hopes for that movie.
Higher hopes?
I have higher hopes for it than Suicide Squad, that's for damn sure.
True.
But
I'm hoping it's going to be like a nice balance in between Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad. Still got that cheesy aspect, but still a great movie.
Yeah, yeah, obviously, these are the kind of characters that you can go for that more cheesy, comic booky style, you know, goofiness, but at the same time, it's still a movie based on more villainous style characters, or anti-heroes.
Anti-heroes, definitely,
you know?
yes. Well, I mean, like with they're expanding the universe, they're introducing more characters. I know, I'm so excited about that. And she plays one of my favorite anti-heroes too.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that. It's awesome.
Yeah, as soon as I learned that she was in the movie, I'm all like, oh, Matt's gonna love this movie.
Yes. Again, I will see anything that Mary Elizabeth Winstead is in.
Yep. I mean, we're gonna see this movie regardless, but
yeah,
it's
exactly.
just a bonus.
But I mean, like, yes. So next week we will be seeing Birds of Prey. Well, next week we'll put a video out about Birds of Prey.
Yes, we are going to see the movie this week, and then talk about it, analyze it, you know, figure out our favorite parts.
And we'll get back to you on that. And we're trying to come up with better planning for the rest of the year, so we can bring you more content.
More content
for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we made an anime announcement, and then that was very premature because we're really big procrastinators.
Yeah, we procrastinate a lot.
Yeah, way too much.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Way too much to do. One of these days, maybe. We'll see. We'll see where the end.
Maybe
but for now,
maybe the spring, maybe summer. We may have to push it back to summer, but we'll definitely start doing anime as well, because that's another one of the things.
But I think maybe like good TV shows. You know, Netflix has got The Witcher.
True.
True. We got lots of stuff on all sorts of different platforms, especially with Disney Plus getting all the new Marvel stuff. I think we're definitely going to be reviewing the Marvel TV shows week by week, since they do come out weekly.
Mm-hmm.
We'll actually put out videos for those probably the day after those shows premiere.
Mm-hmm. We'll do like a weekly rundown.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that idea, because hopefully you're all keeping up with it too.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and hopefully you guys enjoy it to keep watching, so... So, I guess that about wraps it up. So,
Here's to you.
here's to me.
Friends for life shall always be.
But if by chance we disagree...
Screw you. And there's to me.
I mean, Cheers.
See you next time.